All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at the notes for demonstrative adjectives. Little demo in the classroom in English told us that these function really similar in Spanish. So we have these little zones, these proximal zones, talking about nouns that are close to us, and we call those this and these. Nouns may be a little further away from us, that and those. And then we might have some nouns that are really off in the distance, visible, but off in the distance. We refer to those as yonder. Now these are adjectives. We know in Spanish a couple things about adjectives. Adjectives must agree with the nouns that they modify. Right? You see me highlighting that down at the bottom. So when we look at these boots here, estas botas, these boots. Estas botas, a feminine plural. Maybe I'm talking about those boots over there. Those boots. Esas botas. Again, that feminine and plural. It's possible I'm talking about yonder boots. Those boots way over there. Aquellas botas. All right, so in every single case, these adjectives are agreeing in number and gender with the noun that they're modifying. And that's going to be the case every single time. Now there is one little difference with these demonstrative adjectives and other adjectives that we've used. Demonstrative adjectives come before the noun. So just like in English, these boots, estas botas. No, those boots, esas botas. Or maybe I'm talking about those boots over yonder. Aquellas botas. Now, as we take a look at the nouns, we need to make sure that these adjectives agree with the nouns that they modify. We know how to do that. Change the endings. For each of these adjectives, we're going to see a little chart, and then we're going to explore the differences. First of all, to review, we've got our three proximal zones, this and these, things that are close to me, like this shirt or these shoes. That and those are things that are further away, that sweater or those boots. Or items off in the distance, yonder mountain or yonder trees. A little farther away, they're over there. Again, we're going to see how these work in Spanish down at the bottom. Este vestido, masculine singular, this dress. Esa camisa, that shirt, feminine singular. Or another feminine singular. Yonder house, aquella casa. Yeah, that one over there, aquella casa. Let's go ahead and take a look at these in all their different forms. First of all, this and these. Like all other adjectives in Spanish, it's going to have a masculine, feminine, singular, and plural form. Este sombrero, estos zapatos, esta camisa, estas botas. We see that the masculine singular form is slightly irregular, kind of like el, un. Those articles, the masculine singular form is irregular, while the other ones, like la, los, and las, or una, unos, and unas, are all completely regular and predictable. Este, esta, estos, estas. We see the same thing is going to happen for our next proximal zone, that and those. We've got singular and plural, masculine and feminine, and the masculine singular form is slightly irregular. The rest of the forms, totally logical, and predictable. Ese hombre, esos carros, esa casa, esas montañas. Now, if we look at these together, if we look at that and those together with this and these, we see there is only one tiny but very significant difference. Este, ese, esta, esa, estos, esos, estas, esas. In other words, this and these both have T's. That and those don't. This and these both have T's. That and those don't. This and these both have T's. That and those don't. Add that little expression to your notes. Learn it. Use it. It's going to become very helpful because everything else about those adjectives is precisely the same. Finally, what about yonder? What about those things that are over there? Not surprisingly, our masculine singular is going to be slightly irregular, and the rest of the forms are completely consistent and predictable. Aquel, aquella, aquellos, aquellas. We remember that double L kind of sounds like a Y, but not here. That's a single L. Aquel, aquellos, aquella, aquellas. Aquel, aquellos, aquella, aquellas. Masculine, feminine, singular, and plural. Irregular masculine singular form. Consistent and predictable forms everywhere else. So really what you need to learn is this, that, yonder. Apply the logical and predictable endings to all the other forms. And this little saying, this and these both have T's. That and those don't. This ends your notes for today.